welcome back to another I'm gonna start again.
It's the Gap Tooth Fairy in it with the Gap Tooth Diaries. I'm not gonna lie, I really couldn't be able to do an actual intro, so yeah.
Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. You know what they say, the bigger the hoop, the bigger the hole. Hey, I'm joking because I'm still a virgin. And I'll be doing a video on that very soon on this channel, and I hope you guys will stay to watch that video. Yes, but right now we are talking about my second term review. I think it's that one. Yeah, it's the second term review one. Yeah, so what did I do? We had non-Western character. Which is basically kind of like Indian dance, but I don't want to call it that just yet. We had masks. So we worked with masks, playwriting, devising festival, and storytelling. So I'm gonna go in this order. I'm gonna go through playwriting first. Playwriting, I was very skeptical about it at first. Like, I'm not someone that, I have a lot of ideas. I like to write in my own way. I don't write in the stereotypical way that is, you know, you're supposed to write in. I do poetry, like all that kind of stuff, so it's kind of hard for me to create a script. But you know, I was like, I want to do that because I wanted to get myself involved in the devising festival, and I wanted to have a loose script to kind of base myself around and work around that kind of stuff. So I felt that like playwriting helped me a lot in terms of the process when it came to devising festival. Devising festival is basically like second year oldies, only second year oldies do it really. They create these pieces and they create pieces, and it's like a festival, and boom. My piece was, I'm gonna do a video on it because I was so proud of my piece and I love my piece, and it got so many good reviews. Like literally, like it's I'm not gonna toot my own horn, but boop boop. Yeah, it was a really amazing thing, and it's something I actually I want to actually tour later on in the year, which I haven't told my cast yet. But if you're watching this, devising festival was amazing, and I will do a video on like my process and how I felt about devising and how I felt about like actually being a director, and if I would do it again and all that kind of stuff, and like, you know, the different projects. But I learned a lot about myself, which I really loved, and I felt like that term I learned a lot about myself mentally. Yes, I did. In terms of masks, so we have like mask lectures as well as actual practical lessons, and then we make our own masks. My mask was, it was obviously like Afrocentric, but it kind of looked at the idea of slavery, and like it's, for the wearer it's supposed to feel uncomfortable. It's supposed to symbolize like a bondage, and how they couldn't see anything. There's no eye holes, there's nothing. It's a very symbolic mask, and it has big hair. It's very very deep and very close to my culture and very close to my understanding of my spirituality and all that kind of stuff. This whole year, no, that whole term, well, yeah, I would say yeah, but more or less inserted in this term, I learned a lot about my own insecurities. Yeah, I learned a lot about my insecurities. You know how when you're young you have a lot of pent up feelings, a lot of deep down things that you just don't talk about. I spoke about them this term and that term, and it was very hard to talk about them, but I was able to. And with storytelling was so fun. It was like literally like it just brought out the inner child in me, and I was like, I got to be crazy, I got to have fun. I was like, and I loved it, and it was so fun. Literally, I just thought it was so stupid. But with storytelling, my friend Amy, hi Amy, hi. We create these characters called Leanne and Lucille. Lucille's my middle name, Leanne's her other name, and like we became these kids, and we were telling, it was so complex, it was so good, it was so fun, it was amazing. It was such a good thought out like piece, and I love storytelling, and storytelling was banging, and I got a good mark for that. Also with storytelling, we had to do like solo pieces as well, and my art form that I'm very comfortable with was spoken word. So obviously I went for like a spoken word piece, and it was entitled The First Time That I Realized I Was Black, and it brought me to a really sad place at the point. Like I was like, you know, wow, I didn't know that that's what I had gone through. Like no, if I got it, I think I've still got my phone in the corner, and they had the audacity to ask the teacher, is she all right? Now, I can see where you could mistake this for childish behaviour, but trust me, the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree, you see. After several incidents like these, my mother got a knock from the door. It was late at night, so naturally my mother hesitantly opened with the key, and lo and behold, found the mother of one of these. She intruded through the threshold, and I'm not gonna lie to you, this woman was way too damn bold. She made it very clear that we will never be friends, and just because our daughter's somewhat kiki doesn't mean that we have to do a meet and greet. You're different from me, don't you see? Now maybe a younger 5 or 7-year-old me heard this while she hovered over the banister, and her perfectly glazed glass of reality shattered all around her. Some turning into tiny flakes glistening into dust, whilst others became sharp shards which then ripped into her skin, leaving her with permanent scars. And it just goes on and on and on and whatnot. But that was a really, that was for me so hard to write, because when you're young, you just don't realise that you're black until someone tells you you're black, and you're like, rah, mad. This is life, okay, say no more in it. I guess I'm a minority, not really, but you know, I'm a minority in this country, and it was hard. So overcoming that and actually performing that to people, and I did a movement piece that went with it, which ended up helping, which went with what I was doing with Indian dance, Bharatanatyam, which is the dance form, and that was really amazing for me. I'm gonna go into Bharatanatyam. I had an amazing teacher. He understood, he was, for me, he was really he got where I was coming from. My issues with my body, I've always had issues with my body, and those lessons helped me become more fluid and allow my body to actually breathe. Because you don't normally know that you're so tight, but with that, he just let you go, and you were able to just flow the way you wanted to flow. And I had created so many pieces, and there was this one piece which is what inspired, if you haven't watched it, what wasn't inspired, it was, it was influenced by, it's just basically the reason I made the video, my insecurities one, and I'll link that below, because that's the reason, that lesson was the reason I had so much pain. He told us to write, talk about something that I'm very passionate about, and I'm very passionate about colorism in the black community, and I wrote this piece, and a lot of things at the time were happening to me, and it was just so overwhelming. Everything was overwhelming, and I couldn't, I was so connected to that piece of writing, so connected to everything, because I didn't realize that I had so many, I didn't realize that I didn't like certain things about myself, and the reason I didn't like certain things about myself, that hurt me. I was I shouldn't feel that way, and it was horrible. It was so horrible, and I'm so thankful that I had that teacher show me how to express myself. It wasn't through necessarily speaking, it was through my movement, my body, the thing that that I was so insecure about, my skin, everything about it, I was able to just express myself using that tool, using that thing that at the time was very stressful, that I just didn't have enough, so I didn't believe, damn it, I didn't believe in my damn slay. I flipping slay. I slay, right? But at the time, I was going through a rough patch with everything, just things were just getting hard. We're getting really, we're saying that word, oh my gosh, I said I won't say that word anymore on my channel, but I just said it, I'm so sorry, the other word, yeah, it was, things were just getting a bit frustrating and tiresome, and it was just hard, but I was very thankful, and I'll leave his description and stuff like that below, because he's creating his own branch off from Bharatanatyam, and it's very interesting. It's very, very well done, because it links into different cultures and languages and Indian dance, and it's really cool, it's banging, I learned all these funky mudras, it was good, great. I actually had such a good second term or second year. Everything goes faster, pace, you gotta jump on that wagon, quickly, but it was really good, and I enjoyed myself thoroughly, and I feel like that term for me was very much an awakening of all these buried demons that I had inside, and I was able to, through Indian dance, express all this pain, express this pain through storytelling. I wrote about things that I like, interracial relationships. I wrote about that in Devising Festival. My whole Devising Festival was basically based around racism, colorism, and interracial relationships. My mask project, like my whole mask was about being black and the struggle and the pain and everything. And I felt like for me that term was such a empowering term. Even though it broke me, I learned so much about myself. Like, you know, when you have so many demons that you just don't want to, you're like, I'll just deal with that next week, I'll deal with that next year, I'll deal with that in 10 years time. It made me deal with it then, and because of that I feel so much more empowered. I'm so thankful to have had that term, because I learned so much about myself. And if you are going to be doing one performance or whatever, like, definitely message me, like, tell me about your experience, what you want to, like, oh, I don't know, like, if you are going to be going for this course, definitely go for it, because I feel like a lot of things that East 15 does is that they build people. They don't necessarily like create that standard actor. They create actors or practitioners, but they create them with a personality. They do something weird here, and it's beautiful. It's beautifully weird, and I really appreciate it. And that was an amazing term for me. And it's just, and I'm in my third term at the moment. Oh my gosh! And when my third term finishes, boy, like, I was still shy about my third term. Like, my third term has been something else. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe on this, and make sure you share the video. I hope you guys have a banging day. Peace, love, and all that kind of stuff. Bye.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much for actually watching the video and that. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Obviously, do your damn thing and subscribe. If you already subscribed, make sure you share it, and obviously do up liking my video. If not, if you don't like the video, obviously dislike it, but say no more in it. Obviously like the video, innit? But yeah. Also, make sure you guys keep the conversation going in the comment section, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.